What's going on, everybody? My name is Matthew Genzali, this is Jackson, and welcome to a brand new episode of a show that I like to call Reasons to Live. In essence, this is a show dedicated specifically towards all of you out there watching this who struggle with suicidal thoughts, just like I once did myself, to remind you that there are dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, decillion, infinite reasons why you, yes you, should choose life. Now, let's get into today's topic, shall we? What's up, everybody? It's Jackson, and I want you to think about something for a second, if that's alright. Please think about what would happen to your animal, or the future animal that you plan on adopting one day, if something bad were to happen to you. Think about that, okay? Think about what would become of their life. They'd have to go into a shelter. Or think about the animals that you plan on adopting one day that would never get to find a true home without you. Think about that for a second, okay? Now choose to live. Have a good day, everyone. Woohoo! Thanks for doing today's talk, Jack. I appreciate it, and you're a good boy. Anyway, guys, on top of putting together today's talk with my boy Jack, I've also done something else for you. I put 5 mental health resources in the link in the description below that you can use depending on your mental health situation. For our LGBT friends watching this, I put the Trans Project and the Trevor Project, I should say, and the Trans Lifeline. For those of you out there who've unfortunately had to deal with things such as sexual assault, I put the National Sexual Assault Hotline. For our friends dealing with suicidal thoughts or a mental health crisis in general, put the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and the Crisis Text Line. Now, I know they might be just numbers to you right now, so here's what I suggest. On top of putting their numbers there, I've also linked you to their respective web pages, so you can check out things such as their FAQ page, see what they're about before you call out, because knowledge is power when it comes to reaching out to something like this. I know it can be a very daunting, intimidating, scary thing to reach out to a mental health resource like this, especially with the fear of the unknown that happens when you call. It scared me and prevented me from reaching out for a long time. But on top of this, I've also included one more thing which I highly, highly recommend and please humbly ask you to check out when you're done listening to my ramblings here. I want you to check out the first link in the description below. That's going to take you to an article by BuzzFeed News. Thanks, Jack. And that'll take you to an article by BuzzFeed News that explains in detail what happens when you call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline or text the Crisis Text Line. It does a great job at debunking the myths, stereotypes that have come to put an aura of fear around reaching out for help and prevent a lot of you from reaching out for help. Remember, you're strong enough, brave enough, and worth it enough to reach out for help, my friends. Alright, sorry if this thing's been a bit all over the place, dealing with sound effects in the background today. But anyway, my name is Matthew Genzali. I hope this video was able to help you in any way possible. And remember, there's always a reason to smile.